400 here, 53, Faction War. There's a Kathari Ruins and Eldar versus Imperial Guard, blue team. For the Eldar, we have Crog as a warp spider Exarch, telepoint commander that fights range combat, great for capping and harassing with some powerful control abilities too. Alongside two Warlocks first up. Where is he gone? There he is, Kung Fu Panda. And we also have Adila. These guys are melee heroes that can leap into combat with some powerful spells, give them support, disruption, and offense. Red Imperial Guard, then panzerbatallion is a Inquisitor, offensive commander with great control abilities. Starts in melee combat but can get ranged weapons, a little bit of support about it too. Alongside here, Don Freeman as a Lord General taking shots with the Vostroyan Firstborn here. Strong defense and support with a retinue to help him out. And rounding off the teams, it's Phiracs as a Lord Commissar. Strong offense and support begins with a refractor field. Fights in melee combat, getting stuck in on the southwest VP. It's a no natural VP map, so you tend to see a lot of cripples and relatively short games because of that. Middle looks like it's turning blue after Freeman took it. Warlock in amongst those guardsmen to tie them up. I don't see the Lord General. Looks like he was forced off. Look at the pew pew from all of the Dire Avengers here. Painful. The Warlock is persuaded to leave. Most likely going to see Immolator from at least one of these guys, I would think. Trying to use the cover here, the Dire Avengers, but the Sentinels now with all this repair support, it's a tough nut to crack. The Inquisitor also there to tie things up if needed. Also the Eldar are being pushed back here. And now it's just one Eldar player. This is Crog. Sentinel getting very, very low. Can you teleport after it? He doesn't have the energy to do so. Wow, Sentinel down to one hit point there. So unlucky for Crog. That was Freeman's Sentinel. Maybe it was just masterfully judged. But I'm going to say it was lucky. Shurikens coming in for the Eldar players here. Triple Dire Avengers into Shurikens across the board, and why not? Relatively small map. Shurikens could do a lot for you here. Cutting off pathways and slowing things down. Sentinel trying to power bash, not the best thing in the world for that. And here we go with the Shuriken time. That's a Destructor flying in. Don't see any Immolators yet. I guess they wanted to Shuriken up as that first power purchase. Red Wreck Point and a blue Power Point. Inquisitors declaring heresy up there right now. Freeman getting quite close with his Lord General, trying to draw some fire. And sure does draw a bunch of fire. He's got the Medical Sergeant and needs to retreat out there. A little bit out of position there, I think. Got caught. More Shuriken business coming in and need a response. And the response is artillery spotters for both panzerbatallion and Freeman. Adila with double guarded weapon teams going to have two Shuriken cannons on the field in tier 1. Massive pain in the ass for Phiracs, and he does get some catachans going. Big firefights early on, trying to gain and hold ground. Not going to be easy though, especially when Eldar can get back onto the field so quickly with fleet all around. How many? We have another aspect here. All three for Kung Fu Panda have the aspect. Two of Krog's have it. And none of Adila's. I guess he got the double Shurikens up instead. So he could see some nasty grenade spikes as well. Warp Spider doing some work with his improved targeters. Sentinel getting pretty low again. But does survive. Panzer Battalions and Freeman still around. Phiracs, did he have a Shuriken and lose it? I think he did. Yeah, there's the remains of it. I guess it's too much pew pew for him. Here's the catachans trying to put down an explosive immediately. There's that all reliable, but not a whole lot they can do by themselves here. And Immolator is up for Adila. What about Kung Fu Panda? Yes. You can see some very nasty things now. Immolator and Destructor and grenades. Oh, shot down some Dire Avengers up there. And shoots down 2 squads of them, in fact. Lasgun doing some work. Maybe they were caught by a artillery shell or something and knocked over and misjudged it a bit. Not sure exactly what led into that. Maybe they just got greedy trying to take that power generator down. 361 to 437 early on with a double cap. Players starting to think about tier 2 now. Crog needs to rebuild a bit in tier 1 though. They could use gates up in this area to keep this power locked down and help them get this VP. Otherwise it might be a bit tricky though. We have 2 Catatrons on the field, one from Panzer, one from Phiracs, and they will both spot those webways. Nice stomp. Lord General getting stuck into melee with the shuriken. Set up perhaps by the artillery shell. Look at that. Wonder if we'll see those incendiary shells in tier 2. Another shuriken this time from Krog. 5 of them on the field. Such a staple in the Eldar tier 1 these days. Pushing forward here is Adila. Might be able to get this wreck point. Looks like he's looking towards power as a priority here. Oh, but the flank is in from Freeman. Needs to be very careful now, Adila. Can use those grenades offensively to kind of set up your own retreat in a way. Throw them, and then your enemy has to get out of your way. But look at this, shuriken goes down. A bit slow to react there with the shuriken, Adila. I'm not sure. He was trying to keep it in play, or maybe he was trying to get it into that webway there, and it kept getting knocked over. Look at that immolator doing work. Painful. I believe it does more damage per tick now, but it just doesn't last as long as it did. Which is, I think, a good change for the Warlock. Stuff is usually going to want to move out of it. Damage over time, of course, on the basic melee attacks from it. So, it's a cool weapon. 358, 383, 2-to-1 cap for the Eldar here. This webway's been spotted. Can the Lord Commissar get it down? He's got his power sword. Looks like he is going to deal with it. There we go. Okay, decent chunk of XP from webways. Some red too. Commissar does get away, but his VP stays blue down here. 358, 367. Didn't really touch the power that I saw. Pathogen's coming in to clean up. Mid is turning blue. Improvised explosive over there too. Oh, look at this. Multi-las turret going up relatively late. Shuriken with some Dire Avengers and a shield. Looks like a smoke shell was tossed in there. Panzerbatallion is pushing. Catachon's getting caught by some fire, but Shuriken is de-set up. Here comes the Inquisitor trying to tie up now. Timed that pretty well. Catachon's taking a big chunk of damage, but they're still in play. They just used their shotgun blast, I think, but those guys were in retreat already. Shuriken cannon does get away, I think, or maybe not. Got pretty low, but does get out of there. Decent approach by Panzerbatallion. Kind of caught the warp spider coming down from the stairs. He wasn't really prepared. Tier 2 all round then, and some Wraith Guard for Kung Fu Panda. Lord Commissar doing some work. There's the Immolator again. Adila forced off the field. This is now going to turn red for, I think, the first time. And we have Flamers in play, so a power bash could be on the cards. Adila does have some more Dire Avengers here though, and a Shuriken coming in, so I think he'll be able to defend. Lord Commissar's off the field, that's for sure. All kicking off towards this natural of the blue team. I've not seen a clean power bash yet. Saw some action over on this power, which might have got a generator at some point. Got them pretty low at least. Might be a game where there's not a single gen bash. Triple cap now for the red team. Ending tier 1 very, very strongly, but now they have Wraith Guard, Warp Spiders, and a Falcon to deal with. Stormtroopers on the field for Freeman with Assault Kit, and Phiracs with no kit yet. Chimera also, we see. Eldar looking to get the mid back. I don't think there's any competition there. They should be able to grab it quite cleanly. Those Flamer Guardsmen. I mean, they'll still do some very nice damage to the Dire Avengers, even without getting power bashes in. 266 to 286 on the VPs. Pretty close, but the red team have that double right now. Can blue team get the middle? Looks like they are. Falcon, not a huge threat to it right now. Oh, here comes a Sentinel with missile launchers in. This is from Freeman. Pretty damn good at using these Sentinels usually. Falcon taking some rear armor hits here. Oh, gonna go down. I thought it was safe. Anti-armor kit for these stormtroopers too. Can they repair it enough? You need to move it away, surely. Surely. He's tanking it out. Judged it well, but Adila's moving in. Wow, got very, very low. Got so low. That's the Basilisk Flare. It's a that's a rear armor shot. He got greedy. Should have moved it off, I think. Should have moved it off. He obviously didn't know that this red stuff was here. But down goes that Sentinel, and now's an upgraded one. What did I just hear? Oh, heavy turret. That would have been very bad news for that Falcon. 214-286. Where's that Wraith Guard at? Where are you, fellas? Oh, you're capping. Oh, they bash power. There we go. Hold on, fellas. Frag missiles are painful. Guardsmen forcing melee combat here, doing some work. Look at this. I think the incendiary shell is in there too. It's doing some friendly fire right now. Look at that. Down in droves. Wraith Guard get away. And got a decap. Warp Spider down up here. Mid, meanwhile, is blue. And Commissar falls. Chimera giving that support to the red stuff. Allows them to reinforce around it. And it will affect your allies too. You can also jump inside and shoot those little laser turrets on the side. Wonder how much those things do. Probably like a guardsman gun. Like 4 DPS or something. Grenade launcher doing some work, but you need to get away for those. There we go. 214-257. That Falcon loss was not a small thing for Adila. Now he's under pressure here. Got a Sentinel and a Chimera to deal with. But here comes some Wraith Guard from Adila now. Look at that! Absolutely exploded those guys. We're trying to get into melee to tie them up, which is the most efficient way to stop them, I guess, if you can get in there easily. Heavy turret now doing some work. The heavy turret does have vehicle armor, so Wraith Guard will destroy it quite nicely. Can't really use flamers to take these things down. Are they going to do it in 3 volleys here? They sure are. Almost 2 volleys. If they were leveled up, that would have been 2 volleys, I guess. But now they're stunned because they lost their Spirit Seer Warlock. No, they're not. Oh, they just got stomped. They literally just got stomped by the Sentinel. Down goes the turret. Did he just change to the Executioner before it went down? It looked like it. Unless I'm just going mad, which is possible. That's the Distort Field from Adila. Distortion Field, maybe. One of those. Gives you a nice range damage reduction. Helps you escape a lot on retreat. You'll often see it used that way. Wraith Guard of Kung Fu Panda dropping, but he does have a whole other squad up healing right now, and those guys got away with 2 models as well. Tier 3 for Krog. VP's pretty damn even, 212 to 232. One big engagement either way could really swing this. Red team did get that big power bash over here, so it hasn't been rebuilt. I don't think red team have bashed. I could be completely wrong. Could have been a bash up here. Pretty sure there hasn't been a bash on Adila's side. Tier 3 now for Freeman. More disruption going on. Wraith Guard really changing up these fights. They're so scary for these infantry. Look, they're forced to keep moving here. Stay still, you eat those shots. Crippling volley into a Hellfury strike. Nicely done by panzerbatallion. So the Eldar able to tank it out and keep moving here. 180 to 232. These guys are getting the hell out of there. They do have their Commissar leader. In fact, all of the guardsmen apart from Phiracs squads are fully upgraded with double leaders. No plasma guns yet. Maybe it's worth getting them for the Wraith Guard. 151232. Double cap still for the Imperial Guard. Can the Eldar find a way through? Can the Wraith Guard do it for them? They're key units here. I think an Autarch dropped in would be pretty cool. Just messing up those lines. Some late game Banshees I think would do some work. Because Freeman doesn't have a Sentinel anymore. How's he really going to stop them? Could run after tanks as well. Fire Prism on the way for Krog. 124 to 232 on the VPs. Adila working his way towards his VP again. Some allied Wraith Guard. Oh, they're heading towards the mid, are they? It's capping. What is this? Lehman Rush dropped in by Freeman. It is. Right on the Wraith Guard there. Not sure if he's paying attention to his Wraith Guard. There we go. Are we going to see Bright Lancers start popping up? We do see one immediately from Kung Fu Panda. It's being targeted though. Taking a hell of a lot of damage and it needs to get out of there. Grenades going in. I don't think these Dire Avengers can hold though. Yeah, if they don't have time to set up shields and stuff, it's hard for them to win these firefights. Wraith Guard makes such a big difference to them. Helping them out in those face-to-face fights. Lord Commissar getting stuck in here. Try and micro this well, get shots on him. He is persuaded to leave. Looks like he's got stubbornness up. Lehman Rush is a big pain in the arse. We do have a Bright Lance and we do have Wraith Guard. That's more than enough to take out a tank, but these things have 1200 hit points these days. Bright Lance got a shot there. That's the remains of the Falcon, right? Yeah. Krog still has his Fire Prism up. Tier 3 for Adila. Tier 3 for all of the Imperial Guard players. Now it's just Kung Fu Panda in Tier 2. With those double Wraith Guard, of course. Getting good shots on, but that's a lot of repairs going. 82 to 232. Imperial Guard might just be able to hang on to this here. Don't really want to fight Lehman Rush with the Fire Prism ideally. I mean, he can outrange them, but usually they'll catch you and mess you up. Sentinel went down as you saw to the top of your screen. Fire Prism survives. Nice grenade on those Catachans. Can they finish them off here? Shoot them. Down they go. Heavy turret. Eldar still have the bottom, but it's a 2-to-1 on them. Which is tough. They're struggling to stand up to these firefights, even with the Wraith Guard. Imperial Guard players have really zoned in on them. Got them out of the fights relatively quickly here. Nice grenade and immolator combo. Might be able to finish those guys off, and does. That is so much death. Wow. Eldar could just turn on you in a flash and do that kind of thing. 48-232 on the VPs though. Running out of time here. Running out of victory points. Capping though is Krog. What do you have? Just the improved targeted steel. Look at this. Fully kitted out Adila. Cloak of Shadows and Warp Throw. Did he use it on that combo day? He might have used Warp Throw to throw them into the grenade. Crossbow pistol and Mandate for the Inquisitor. This is looking bad though for Adila. 2 players on him pretty much. Does the Warlock survive? He does not survive. The Eldar need to get together and push together, I think. All those Wraith Guard in one place. 3 of them. You can threaten. Certainly get the infantry out of repair range very quickly. I think he's a bit too preoccupied going after this tank here. Get the infantry off the field first. 43 to 217. Now he's targeting infantry, I think. There we go. Look at that. They can't stand against it. Down those guys go. Some good kills there for the Eldar. They have the mid. Northeast though is uncapped. Lehman Russ from panzerbatallion. Each player has one. And we have some Kasrikin from Phiracs could get those grenade launchers and disrupt the hell out of stuff. Right Lance now getting shots. But forced to move by the Commissar. A few more shots there, he might have finished off that Leman Russ, because those were on rear armor, I think. Double fire prisms now for Krog. No sign of any fire dragons. I'm not sure if Adila's going to have time to get anything up in tier 3. They do have some nukes available, looks like. Does Adila have enough? Yep. What is this? Singularity. D-cannon for Adila. Turning red though is the bottom. Can Krog grab this and keep them in the game? Looks like he might be able to. Double fire prisms. That's going to be a threat to the Leman Russ. Can he finish that cap? Don't really have fantastic capping units, do they, Eldar? I guess the Warp Spider can do his whole shimmer orb thing. There's a haywire on the Leman Russ. Good chance to take it out here. But they in turn are going after the fire prisms. Look at this. Down goes one of them. Wow. That was a quick takedown. They only have 500 hit points, this thing's. Less than half of the Leman Russ. They got the VP though. 43 to 161. I see some warp throws going on. Kicking off in the middle. Leman Russ is low. But can they finish it off here? Singularity. Well, that was just a regular D-cannon shot, I think, doing some work. Basilisk Flare. Cataton's getting whacked out. Yeah, the Imperial Guard are dropping units here, but the Leman Russes are proving to be a massive pain in the ass. That one is very low, but you can't chase it down. Lord Commissar's there. He's going to be persuaded to leave though. Yeah. Has a lot of hit points, but he wouldn't have been able to move away without taking tons more damage, so might as well retreat off. And maybe a 2-1 for the Eldar. Imperial Guard did get depleted. Eldar were choosing targets well. Getting a Leman Russ is pretty low too. Some late rangers up for Krog. Baneblade though for Freeman. Haven't used the nukes yet. Baneblade is a prime target for them, of course. Wraithguard around to finish it off too. Frantic repairs on the Leman Russ. Now it's up to the Imperial Guard to probe these Eldar defenses here. 43 to 128. Some plasma guns in play for these guardsmen up here for Freeman, the Vostroyan firstborn. This Rangers got into a bad place. And did they die? Oh, Rangers are here. What am I seeing? Oh, it's the sniper decorator of the Lord General, you moron. That was just Dire Avengers getting messed up. Wraithbone for the Wraith Guard. Level 3 too. What's over here? Level 2, level 1. There's a fire prism for Adila. I think it would be useful to get a Falcon up and just keep it back just for reinforcement purposes, because having your Wraith Guard reinforced in the field would be a major deal. I mean, they're doing well though. Look at this. Going after Leman Russ here. Can they finish it? One more shot, surely. Oh, it's been repaired like crazy. Look at that. Can they finish it off? I don't think they can. I don't think they can. Eldritch Storm. Beautifully dodged there. Really well dodged by Freeman and Phiracs. Had a vehicle each in the way. What a dodge. 30 to 68. Couldn't get much closer than that. Rocket run going in. This is the nuke of the Imperial Guard. That was painful. Took out the D-cannon there. A surge here from the Imperial Guard at the end might give them victory. Another Eldritch. Hit the infantry pretty well, but again the Leman Russ dodged. Did it finish off a squad? No, they lived. Only 14 VPs remaining and a Baneblade in their face. Not looking good for the Eldar. Really strong late game surge by the Imperial Guard here. Dodging that nuke was pretty clutch. Yeah, can they get back out onto the field in time? Inquisitor level 5 now has Purgatus. Level 8 Lord General with that sniper rifle. Getting his Vox operator up now too. Lord Commissar with the Emperor's Wrath. Carapace. Phase shift. Not sure what it's doing for him over there. I guess it allows things to get close to this Baneblade. And there's the game. Wasn't even paying attention to the VPs. It was a triple cap for the red. And they got it. It was pretty damn close though. To be honest, Eldar did better than I thought they would on this map. They used the Wraith Guard. They got them up in time. Used them pretty well. Even with the Wraith Guard, it was tough in those firefights. Really tough. The level 3 Warp Spider, level 4 Warlock, and a level 6 Warlock as well. Well, there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And see you next time.